He was the first to follow Christ and the first to fall. The man who swore he would never abandon Jesus and then denied him 3 times. And yet, this same man became the foundation of the church, the leader of the apostles, and the martyr whose tomb lies beneath the largest basilica in the world. This is the story of St. Peter, the apostle who failed publicly and was restored publicly. A man whose life is a mystery of weakness, courage, and divine choice. Before he was a saint, he was Simon, a fisherman on the Sea of Galilee. Ordinary, impulsive, rough-spoken, a man who lived by the tides and the nets, not by theology or prophecy. But everything changed the day Jesus looked at him and said, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." In that moment, Simon became Petros, the rock, not because he was strong, but because Christ would make him strong. Peter's story is a paradox. He walked on water and then sank. He declared Jesus the Messiah and then tried to stop him from going to the cross. He swore he would die for Christ and then denied him in the courtyard of the high priest. 3 denials, 3 failures, 3 moments that should have ended his story. But they didn't. Because after the resurrection, Christ asked him 3 questions. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? And with each answer, Peter was restored, not replaced, restored. The church remembers this moment as the beginning of his true mission. After the ascension, Peter becomes the visible head of the Christian community. He preaches the first Christian sermon in Jerusalem. He heals the sick in Christ's name. He confronts persecution without fear. And after a vision in Joppa, he opens the church to the Gentiles, a decision that changes the course of history. The Acts of the Apostles presents him not as a perfect man, but as a chosen one, a leader shaped by failure, humility, and grace. Ancient tradition tells us that Peter eventually traveled to Rome, the heart of the empire. There he preached, baptized, and strengthened a growing Christian community living under suspicion and threat. When the Great Fire of Rome devastated the city, Emperor Nero blamed the Christians. Peter was arrested. The church teaches that he died as a martyr, but the exact details are preserved in tradition, not doctrine. The ancient story says he was sentenced to crucifixion, and that he asked to be crucified upside down, saying he was not worthy to die in the same manner as Christ. He died on Vatican Hill, and centuries later, a basilica would rise above the place where his body was laid. In the 20th century, excavations beneath St. Peter's Basilica uncovered a 1st century tomb. Bones, graffiti bearing Peter's name, a burial site exactly where ancient traditions said it would be. Many believe these are the remains of the apostle himself, the fisherman from Galilee whose life reshaped the world. Peter is remembered not because he was flawless, but because he was faithful after failing, because he rose after falling, because he became the rock Christ said he would be. If you want more stories told in this cold, reverent, cinematic way, follow Sacred Mysteries and turn on notifications. There is so much more to uncover. What part of Peter's story speaks to you the most? His courage or his weakness? Tell me below. I read every comment.